guys, it's Oberstadt, and today I'm going to be doing palette swatches for the Galaxy Chic from BH Cosmetics. This is one of the palettes that I was like lusting after I saw Shelly from Geek Out of Water review this one and the Aurora Lights. I do have the Aurora Lights to still swatch. The ingredients are on the back. This is an 18 color shadow palette. It is beautiful. It is like super interesting. I will be including pictures of not only the palette in this video, but along with pictures of the swatches in lighting in here, lighting outside, lighting with and without the flash on, so that you guys can see the difference in the swatches. And then I will be taking a live video with my cell phone with the flash on, just so it can pick up some of the different shifting that these colors do. Like, these are absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the different, like, marbling in these. Let me flip it upside down. Let me see if I can reflect it on the mirror. I mean, are those not beautiful? Look at how they are marbleized. They're absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm using my Always Off makeup cloth as always. I have swatches on this arm from the Gemini palette. So I'm trying to record these like one after the other. I did 2 recordings yesterday. So these will be staggered as uploads. I'm going to be swatching all of these on one arm. So I'll probably do like the very first row and then like half of this row on the top part of my arm, and then using the other half of this row and then this row on the bottom part of my arm. So let's get started. The first one is Sun, then Jupiter, and Prometheus, which I think is my favorite shade out of the palette. So here we have the Sun, which looks, in the pan, it looks like a bronzy gold shade with purple mixed in. Jupiter is like a cherry red shade. And then Prometheus is like this deep, like burgundy purple, like eggplant color with white mixed in. And just to be fair, I'm going to do double swatches on these because they are shimmer shadows. Oh, and they build nicely too. This will be good color to use with the Aries palette because it is like the shimmer version of that cherry red shade in that one. And then any like extra overages down here I'll wipe off at the end with my cloth so that I get them off my arm so that the swatches underneath of them do not have like funky drag marks. So those are the first 3. They're beautiful. Can't wait to stick my fingers in all the other ones. Holy crap. Alright, now we have Aphrodite, which is like, it almost looks like an iridescent plum color. And then we have Milky Way, which is like a lilac-y lavender mixed with a white silvery base. And then we have Cosmic, which looks like that lilac-y silver together. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these. Milky Way and Cosmic almost look the same on my fingers. Let's hope that's not the case. So there's Aphrodite. It's a beautiful like burgundy shade. There's Milky Way. And then Cosmic. Okay, I see the difference now. This is a warm undertone purple. This is a cool undertone purple. This has more of like a blue shift to it, whereas this one has more of like a yellowy base. I don't know if you can see the difference, but this definitely has more of a blue undertone. And again, I'll do double swatches. So we have Aphrodite, which is that stunning maroon. My motorcycle's almost that color. And then Milky Way, and then Cosmic. And there are those 3. Now onto the next row, we have Saturn, which looks like a gold and a cherry red mixed. Venus, which looks like a straight up tangerine. And then we have Meteor here, which is like an aquamarine and a mint green and a white with a silvery like icy base mixed in. So you never know what you're going to get when you swirl them. So then here we have Saturn, which is like kind of like an orange sherbet shade. Definitely has silver in it. Then we have Venus, which is a really pretty like tangerine orange shade. And then Meteor. I might have enough room on this arm to do the other 3. Meteor's kind of like washed out on my skin. Let me again pick these up again. Oh, that orange built up nice. It's more like a baby blue with like a yellow undertone to it, that meteor shade. And there are those three. Now for Comet, that looks like it's more of a straight up turquoise shade, has like a green undertone to it. We have Earth, which is a really pretty like robin's egg blue and like a white, like a pastel like light blue mixed with white. And then we have this beautiful Neptune shade, which is like a sapphire blue or jewel tone blue shade. Let's pick these bad boys up. I'm such a sucker for blue. It's one of my favorite colors, blues and greens. Oh, that goes on the, okay, the Comet shade looks more like a mint green. Then Earth reminds me of one of the shades from the Aquarius palette. It's definitely, this is like a warm tone blue, this is a cool tone blue. It has like silver and, of course, it's blue. But you can have warm tone blues. And this is stunning. I can't wait to pick up more. I just about did it. It's like a navy blue, sapphire blue shade. So let's pick up a second go. Now I find with BH shadows, you can use them wet or you can use them dry, and then using them with your finger, and all three you can have a different effect with. It's getting on the tendons on my arm, so it's not liking to swatch over those. So there are those. They do look similar, but they are not the same shades. So that is promising. And I will be doing comparison swatches with the other BH palettes that I have to see if there's anything similar. And I think I'm going to do a different test at the end of this video to see how they swatch, like with the swirl patterns or whatever, without like swirling my finger in the pan. So we'll see how that does. All right, now for the last row, we have Mercury, which is like a bronze, a gold, a pewter, and a white base mixed. Mars, which looks like a deep like bronze and maroon, like burgundy shade mix. Then we have Asteroid, which looks very similar to this one, but it's like a more of a bronze, less of a burgundy, mixed with this like really interesting cornflower-ish blue-green shade. So let's swatch these. Well, you can definitely see one is definitely cooler than the other of those on my finger. So here we have Mercury. Oh, you can almost see the white in the actual swatch. That's pretty. Then we have Mars, and then Asteroid. Oh, that blue changes that completely. Okay, so you have a warm undertone in this one. There's more like an orangey red base to it, and this one definitely, because it has the blue in it, it's more of a cool tone. And if you look at these two shades, they look very similar, but this has more of an orange base, whereas this one is more of a cool tone base. Has more of a like lilac shift to it. So even though there are some shades in here that are very similar, they're definitely not the same. They have different undertones, and I'm wondering how those are going to do on the eyes, if they're going to look the same, or if because of the slight undertone difference, if they will look different. So let's swatch the last three. Okay, last three, we have Electra, which is this light pastel baby powdery blue shade. We have Moon, which has this beautiful like eggplant purple shade running through it. We have like silver over here on the outside and a white, like an icy white on the other side. And then Pluto looks like a mix of a dark plum and a navy blue. So almost kind of like if you mixed these two shades with a hint of that is what this kind of looks like to me in the pan. Let's grab Electra, Moon, and Pluto. So we have Electra. It's a cool tone blue. Oh, that's pretty. That is like a gunmetal with a purple undertone. And then we have Pluto, which is a cool tone purple. And picking up double swatch. Those are so pretty. Okay, so here's what my idea is. My idea is because some of these have like swirl patterns and stuff in them, I wanted to do like a swatch in the direction of the pattern. So like this one here, the Mercury, I'm gonna go ahead and swipe it like this direction. So that way you can see, I don't even know if it's gonna pick up on camera. I've got you like zoomed in as far as I can. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the finger. Hello, you gonna focus on the finger? I don't know if you can see the different stripes in it. I'm going to do the same thing to Saturn and just swipe along the shade. You can definitely see where the red stripe is. And then I'm going to grab this earth shade. And there's like a little bit of a darker blue in the center of this. So now that I've got those swatched, I'm going to turn my arm this way and swatch them in the direction of the stripes. I can definitely see the separation of color. I almost went over that one again. I can see the separation of color in the first two, but the last one I cannot. So you can definitely see all the different shades in the first two swatches. I'm going to try and grab the Prometheus shade because it does have that lighter shade mixed in and the Milky Way shade. So I'm going to run across it kind of like in a half moon shape. And this one's kind of interesting. No, that didn't work. No, that looks about the same. Alright, here we go. Nope, it kind of like combined them. The colors are not quite as separated. And that blended together as well. Let me see if this swatch will do it. Nope, those didn't. Some of them are, the colors just aren't separated enough in order to do that. And I went ahead and grabbed one of my Luxie brushes. I wanted to see how these did with a brush. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Saturn shade with the fluffy side. And I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Oh, it looks like, it almost looks like an orange, like creamsicle shade swirling the brush in the pan. That's pretty. So I'm going to take the flat side of the brush and I'm going to swipe across just the colors. It's also a little fluffy. I can see the color separation in there, so I'm going to run over my hand with it. Okay, that was kind of a little meh. Well, it certainly doesn't like that kind. The fluffy brush, it worked perfect on. I wonder if I use this flat synthetic brush, if it would pick up the different shades. Let me grab one of those really quick. Now this palette I have wanted for a while. This is the Galaxy palette from BH Cosmetics. The last few swatches were done like trying to pick up the individual colors and swipe them on my arm. And you can see that in the Mercury shade there, that brown shade next to the purple. Some of the other shades didn't swatch out where you could see the individual colors, but those first two shades you can definitely see there's a different color streak in them. And then when you blend them together, like look at that like pink shade with the purple, that like hot purple fuchsia glitter reflect in it. And that darker red there with the hot purplish fuchsia glitter reflect. Those two purples look very similar, but one is a cool based purple, one is a warm based purple. They're definitely different. They look similar at first until you really look at them. I don't know how they perform on the eye yet. And then we get into some of the bluer shades. I'm in love with this like sapphire blue because if you can see like the light blue shimmer in it and the silver. And then I did a fluffy brush swatch here with the Mercury shade. And then I tried it with a flat brush, and then I tried it with a flat synthetic brush dry. This swatch here was the flat synthetic brush. Ooh, look at the pretty multi-chrome glitter in there. I didn't realize that was in that swatch. And then you see those three little like blobby splotches on my hand? That was from using a wet synthetic Luxie 245 brush, trying to pick up some of the color shifts on it. And then the last swatch is me going ham with that little Luxie brush. I didn't realize it had all those different glitters in it. Holy crap. See, that's the Mercury swatch right there. Oh, you can see the purple and the green and the gold and the yellow glitter in it. Holy crap. That's why I wanted to do this with my phone, so that you could see the different like shifts in these shades, because my Canon can pick up texture from like a mile away. But when it comes to like the shifting capabilities of some of these shadows, when the sun hits them just right, or when you're in different lighting, that's why I wanted to record this with my phone with the flash on, so that you could see the majesty of these shadows. Holy crap. I so didn't know that had all those different glitter tones in it. Oh, I love this even more. Holy crap. I still have one more palette to swatch. The Aurora Lights I have left to swatch. But I'm trying not to kill myself and record everything in one day. hopefully you guys enjoy this little clip that I'm going to throw in to the swatch video. God, these are beautiful. I'm such a sucker for like anything sparkly. I definitely have ooh shiny moments. And if you look, those two shades there, one of them I think is Saturn and the very first one is Mercury. You can see the like silver and the bronze in the one, and then that kind of like salmony red shade stripe right there at the beginning of it. That's from me trying to swatch it to pick up the color in the actual pan, how it's swirled. They're so pretty. Okay, I've gushed enough. I'll stop recording. Grabbed a couple of different brush options and I color switched the Luxie brush. Now with this I'm going to use the this is a BH brush. It's the number 102 from their, I think, Essential Eyes or something like that kit. If you're curious, I'll link it down below. I'm going to try and pick up Mercury and leave it flat in the pan. Now you can see some of the color shift, but it didn't do a whole lot. So I'm going to take my little Luxie 245 brush and I'm going to get the brush ends wet and I'm going to wipe it off on my color switch or my always off makeup cloth because I don't want it like soaking wet. And I'm going to run over that color again and try and get, I'll go this direction, try and get some of the like copper and the white and the bronze shade on the brush and see if it picks up better that way. Hello? Maybe I need more water. I'm going to flip the brush over, I'll go this direction on it. Well, that's kind of disappointing. It like leaves a little bit of a brush mark up here, but then there's like nothing when I like drag it out. Now there's still pigment on the brush. If I scrub it on my hand, there's still pigment there, but for whatever reason, it does not want to pick up those individual shades. So I don't know. I'm wondering if using a little flat synthetic brush will work with these. I'm thinking it likes the fluffy one. It did beautiful with the finger swatches, but the fluffy brush it seems to like the best. So this is just a different test for me. I was just curious because of the swirls and stuff. I wanted to see how they would end up on the skin. So if you like this like a little bit of an extended version and trial and error. And for those that don't know, when I use my shadows wet on my eyes, I literally just take the lid off of a product and put some water in it from the sink. I don't have like an expensive spray or anything special that I put on my brush. I literally just put water on my brush and I've never had any problems with using just water. It doesn't burn my skin, doesn't dry me out, doesn't give me eye irritation or bumps or a rash or anything like that. And I've never had it piss off an eyeshadow. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up. I will be including pictures with and without flash, inside and outside, as well as like a short video of it with my phone so you guys can see the difference in the color shifts with the flash on my phone, because I found that doing that yesterday when I swatched the Gemini or the Aries and the Taurus palette, it seemed to show up a lot better. The shift, I should say, showed up better using my phone than trying to use my expensive Canon camera. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have this palette or you want to get it, please leave me a comment down below and let me know why you bought it or why you want to get it, or if you don't want to get it at all. I know this palette has been out for a while and I got it for like a fraction of the price because it was on sale for like 10 bucks and I couldn't resist it. So hopefully you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and feel free to share it on your social medias because that also helps me out. So I will see you guys in another video very soon. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.